Hello, welcome back to Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald,
On board.
and we are coming at you with a unique gameplay. All month long, actually, we're going to be doing this. I managed to get Steve to agree to doing solo games. So we've been talking about this for
Yeah.
a while, doing it this way.
Yeah, so the way to work is for Spire's End, if you saw video one, specifically for Spire's End, if you saw video one on YouTube or you were here on Twitch when it was live, it was just Bald. So today, to start chapter 2, it'll be just me. And then chapter 3, maybe we'll just go back and forth. We'll see how it goes. For other solo games, we'll kind of do it turn-based, where I play a turn, where Nick can't say anything regarding gameplay, and then he'll take a turn, and we'll just go back and forth, and we'll complete full turns. If we get to a point where we're like, hey, we don't have enough solo games, we might just take out a game we played before that has a solo mode, and just play the solo mode, which may have AI components or whatnot, and just see how that goes, which kind of be fun in some of these. Like, we have some of the Vitalicerta games that had solo with whatever her face, Sandra. And we have a bunch of others that we always see the solo mode, but we never play the solo mode.
Yeah, because you are heavily against solo. I like solo. I think it's a nice puzzle.
My thing about solo is,
But because you love puzzles, doing those by yourself.
yeah, but
the challenge of putting
game
this
like, not say a game like this, but a game.
Yeah.
Solo to me is like, I'll go play a video game. If I want to play solo, I have an electronic version.
Well, it's the same idea, but it's the.
But to me, it's like, this is with pieces and everything. Like,
but it's more random though. It's like in a video game, everything's pre-programmed to happen for you. Where with a board game with cards and stuff that are shuffled, it's a random situation. You have to react on the fly. Where a video game, if you die, you can replay it and it'll be the same thing, and you can learn. Where a board game, you can't. A board game, have to think. That's why I like playing board game solo. Yeah. So, do you want me to read the cards for you, since you're gonna be doing the main. The choices and then what you want to do, that we don't see what the choices are.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Like RPG style.
Yeah.
And then you'll do the fights and everything. So like you said, he's gonna go through and play through chapter 2, and then I think you'll do entirely chapter 2. Like you take all the choices and take us down whatever route. Because I did chapter 1, like you were saying, and then chapter 3 we'll just trade turns.
Yeah. Back
and forth. We'll trade cards and decisions.
All right. Yeah. So after each decision, we'll flip.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll read the first card. There's no decision on this.
Go
and then we'll let you go.
We're doing Spire's End, Rangitaki.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
Let's
by.
We were so ready to get going.
Bad Road Adventures. It's a choose your path card game. A lot of fun. This is the third entry in the series. There's Spire's End and there's Spire's End Hildegard, and then this one. And he's always putting out micro expansions. He just had one come out for the original Spire's End called Siren's Song, I believe.
Yeah.
So, very fun.
And if you did get a chance, excuse me, if you did get a chance to watch chapter 1 of this game, first, probably go do that. That would make sense.
Yep.
Because it follows through the story.
Yep.
But we have these cards over here. So we have a character named Rangitaki. We have different abilities and special talents to use as the game progresses to help us heal or have better dice rolling, things like that. And then we have an action deck that's over here, which will tell us what actions we have available to us when we are in battle.
And we are adding the Salton Sea expansion that came with the game. If you bought the base game by yourself, you can probably buy this as an expansion from the website as well. This adds a bunch of cards to each of the chapters for you to use.
Nice. All right, so here we go.
Here we go.
The gondola lifts in a heavy gust of air and then dips down gently to its destination. The cove is usually bustling with exotic traders and winders from all corners of the world. Now there's one lonely merchant ship engulfed in flames, spewing smoke and cinders. The gondola station hugs the Sunken Pearl Saloon, the heartbeat of Coral Cave. Let's get to the Pearl. It's not safe out here, Caius says. He ushers you along the abandoned docks to the mouth of the shell-encased saloon towering against the cloud-swept sky. A variety of peculiar guests.
Wow. A variety of peculiar.
There's a word. A variety of peculiar guests in various forms of foreign dress are lounging inside, watching you and your escort with great interest. I'm closing it down. You'll be safe in here, Caius says. Go to 89.
All right. 89. Snapping shut. Here, have a seat and try to relax. A full-chested... Whoa. Here, have a seat and try to relax. No, you know what? No. We're going to do it. Here, Have
The
a
woman?
seat and try to relax. A full-chested woman slides an arm over your shoulder and leads you to a severely distressed lounge chair where you reluctantly take a seat. Caius nods to the woman. Stay with Venna for now. She can be trusted. Caius grabs a small axe and hacks through a taut vertical rope. The cord snaps upward like a whip, followed by a low crunching sound. He then pulls a worn lever, which you are certain hasn't been used in over a century. Belts moan and wheels begin to turn. The giant clamshell of the infamous sunken pearl shudders and shakes, then slowly starts to close. Before the clam can snap shut, a man leaps in through the crag shell's mouth. He looks native to the islands, though you can't tell which one. If he's Ruki, he doesn't look interested in anything except saving his own skin. The clam shutters closed. Add I saw someone to your event inventory.
Where is that?
Oh,
It's the
right
bottom of the card. I was like, wait, isn't...
I was looking at the title of the card up here. And then we're going to go to 97 for what's going on.
All right. Which is weird. You just get rid of these automatically.
Yeah, they just go.
But like there wasn't a choice to tell you to get rid of them.
Well, because based on how you ended the last chapter, you may have started at a different point.
So 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, and 96 are now out of the game.
All right. So 97. So this jumps into a special version of the game here, which is the Sunken Pearl instructions. It says, do not read until you reach story card 97. So the Sunken Pearl, the Sunken Pearl. The Sunken Pearl is a unique and exciting part of your adventure where consuming strong drinks takes precedent over deadly attacks. But before we can deep dive into exotic libations with dodgy locals, let's set up the bar. So there are 5 conversation decks, 1 for each character. You'll need to place them on the playfield as follows. So there's all the ones that look like this you're going to take out. They each have a deck. This is actually perfect for you to be the one playing because this is a very strategic moment. And I believe now you'll end up getting this. Rangitaki says, swap this character card for your current one in Chapter 2, Sunken Pearl. You may only use this card in the Sunken Pearl. Okay, so in the Sunken Pearl, we get to use Rangitaki here.
Okay.
So we'll have 9 action points with this Rangitaki, which we only actually have
7 to start. Because somebody used some.
I had to heal. I didn't know what was coming.
You're gonna have to heal. I won't go down to 1.
Yeah, I know.
That's what's gonna kill us.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down to 1 for chapter 3. Like,
So yes, Vena, Amina, Cormac, Luco, and then Otis. Rangitaki starts on space 1. Right here. So let's go in. Actually, you guys may not even need that. No, I think you're fine. Actually, it's fine. It's fine right here. It is. Okay. Okay, so once everyone is in position, retrieve the drink decks. Bottom chapter 2. That's that. Shuffle them and place them beside the game board. So you place them in front of you.
It says plural. Oh, the drinks deck.
Yes.
Not the drink decks.
Did I say that backwards?
Yeah.
My bad. You have 3 turns to navigate the bar, interact with locals, and enjoy drinks. Each conversation deck operates like the story deck.
Ooh, that's fun.
Start with the top of the following prompts. Start at the top and follow the prompts. Yep, 3 turns.
Okay.
Now you have 5 decks to move between freely in any order you choose. So what do you do on your turn? You will draw drink cards. So shuffle and draw 3 drink cards at the beginning of each turn. So you can do that now.
Okay.
So we can turn, shuffle and draw 3 drink cards.
Okay. So I have 3 drink cards.
You can move on your turn. So use an action point like normal to move around the bar, which is the play field during your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So they essentially set you up to go talk to Vena first if you want to. Converse, you can interact with the character you want to speak with by being adjacent to them and revealing the first card in their respective deck. You can do drink challenges. Consume drinks in your hand or share them with adjacent characters to earn persuasion points, provided you have the required action points to do so. So the point of your turn is to earn persuasion points to advance through the conversation decks. How does your turn end? When all 3 drinks in your hand are consumed and or discarded, or you lack sufficient action points or persuasion points to continue. That's when 1 turn will end.
Okay.
At the start of your next turn, you're going to keep the remaining persuasion points from the previous turn. You will reset your action points and return all discarded drink cards to the drink deck, reshuffle, and draw 3 new ones.
Sure. Okay.
After completing 3 turns, discard all the conversation decks, persuasion points, and reset your action points. Reveal card 98 in the main story unless instructed otherwise. Cool.
All right.
So then we have just really quick here, one last page on drink challenges. So drink challenges, you gain persuasion points through drinking or offering drinks to another character. A success on the challenge level earns you a strong drink, awarding applicable persuasion points. Failure to the challenge results in a weak drink and fewer persuasion points. Drink challenges are played and classified using the same colors as regular challenges, so orange, blue, and black. Okay.
Yeah.
To not only indicate challenge types, but also suggest suitable drinks for conversations. So the drink types are orange, blue, and black. So there's light talk, direct talk, serious talk. So orange is light, blue is direct, black is serious. I'm not sure that necessarily matters, but it might for the conversation. Persuasion points, these are the currencies for advancing through the conversation cards. In many instances, you will need to spend persuasion points to move to the next card. Use the marker cubes, these guys, as persuasion points. So the drink conversation cards. So at the very top of the card in the upper right, you have the yellow circles, which is going to tell you how many action points it costs to drink it or to give it to another character to drink. For the number in the black hexagon, that's the challenge, which could be black, blue, or orange.
Sure.
In the middle.
Yep.
So that's what you have to roll. You have to roll that number or higher to complete the challenge. Persuasion points awarded. So that's going to be down below. So based on the drink you get, you're going to get a certain number of persuasion points. So strong, weak. The drink trait, if it has any, at the very bottom. So it's going to alter gameplay in some way. And then on the character cards, just so you know, there's going to be a drink listed in the upper, holding the card upper left-hand corner of the card, which indicates the drink modifiers based on the drinks you try to give them. So it could be a plus or minus based on drink color. And then there's a mood icon in the other corner, which informs you of the character's mood. If they're in a happy mood, neutral mood, or serious mood, which will also be color-coded as well. And then there's the conversation stuff that happens also.
All right.
Pretty straightforward. Gives you a drink scenario. It says, depending on the character's mood, it may be beneficial for them to drink instead of you. At the example above, okay. There's a drink icon upper left. Okay, yeah. So essentially, whoever is taking the drink, either yourself or the other character, they're gonna alter the die roll to make you complete if it's a strong or weak drink.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'll tell you if they had a strong or weak drink, your persuasion points. That's what you'll use to go continue on. So, okay.
All right. So card 97 first before we get going.
Yep.
Card 97, a night in the Pearl. The Pearl's owner, Garrick, begins lighting torches along the interior walls, bathing everything in a soft amber hue. The saloon is a blend of natural relics and island decor. 7 strangers are seated throughout, their expressions ranging anywhere from disdain to indifference. That should be a thing on Wavelength. Disdain to indifference.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. It might be.
Come up and take a seat. Don't be shy. Name's Garrick. Since I suspect you're here against your will, drinks are on me. But let's keep it between us, eh? Garrick slides a short glass, not a shot glass, down the bar. I guess either would work, but landing it effortlessly in your hand. The presentation is exquisite. Cautiously, you bring the glass to your lips and take a slip. Take a sip. The burst of robust caramel and molasses dances on your tongue. All right. So there's a bunch of things that's about to happen. First thing that's about to happen is the reason that I would have ended last game differently than Nick would end last game. Gain full health.
Ah, nice. I didn't know.
And gain a new health die.
Haven't played this before. Oh, nice. You got 4 health. Awesome.
Yeah, I would have been the one to be like, well, I'm down to 6. That's good enough. I'll just continue as is and see what happens.
Well, the thing is, I didn't know it's at the end of the chapter because there's still a second cards left.
So
it told me to go to this card, and then that one told me that the chapter had ended. So I thought I still had potentially a stack to go through.
Yeah, I would just struggle through it.
No.
Your action points reset.
There you go.
Action point reset and is increased to 9. Reset now. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
You know.
So we have our 9.
Discard survived Nalu from the event inventory.
We don't have survived.
Yeah, we do.
Now, do we? Oh, we do. What did that give us?
Add
action points. Oh, because that would have been 9.
Add the pearl, which is there's one of those, right? At the beginning it said add the pearl.
Which is this one here, right?
Oh, that is the pearl.
I don't know. says Sunken Pearl, Rangitaki. Yeah. So add where?
The pearl to that
bottom of
inventory.
your card.
Oh, literally, yeah.
Same thing. We keep doing that.
All right, yeah. So the pearl here, and that just says you have 9 and 4 dice now. So that's why we got rid of the other one. So it says, if you have not visited the Sunken Pearl before, please refer to page 16 of the Survivor's Guide, which is what Nick just read.
Yep.
Remember, when you've finished all 3 of your turns, go to card 98. Okay. All right, so we place that down right there. So now we have the pearl, which is 9 actions, 4 health dice of 3 health apiece.
Yep.
Since we're playing solo, I'm going to read aloud what I have in my hand for my drink so everyone's kind of aware.
Yeah.
So I have the Pukea Punch. It requires a 7. Is it equal to or higher or just higher?
Equal to or higher.
Okay, so 7 or higher on the orange D20. Strong would give me 4 persuasion. Weak would give me 2. If you get a strong drink, you fail ill and take a wound. Requires 1 action point. Okay. The second one is Mermaid's Kiss, 10 or higher. Strong is 4, weak is 2 for persuasion points. If you get a weak drink, you can pay 2 action points to drink another Mermaid's Kiss if you have another one. You can do this once per turn. And then number 3, which costs 3, Chum Chum, 14 or higher. Strong gives you 5, weak gives you 3. If you get a perfect roll, which means you roll a 20 on a d20 without using influence points, gain 2 additional persuasion points.
Nice.
All right. So it said we just go up, and does it cost 1 to interact with them?
No, you have to just be adjacent. So you spend 1 to move, and just being adjacent, then you can interact.
Not move orthogonally, right? It's just north or south, or east or west?
It's only orthogonally, not diagonally.
That's what I meant.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start off, and we're going to move up 1. So that's going to cost me 1 action point. And since I'm playing, I'm going to do a Steve thing and not what the game recommends, and pay a section action point to move over 1 and talk to the Anima here.
Anima. All right, you ready? Anima. The woman's... Huh?
I don't know. Well, first, let's put it on that one, too. I don't want to see.
Oh, there's nothing there. Right
I don't know if there's actions. Okay.
I was going to... You can... I mean, do you want to see what drinks are beneficial?
No. I don't know. Wait. Oh, because that...
You'll need to know that. Info.
Wait, what is...
So
what does that represent?
I'm just reading this. So this represents the types of drinks. So if you have an orange drink, it means if you give them the orange drink, they're going to get a +1 to the roll. Or if you give them a blue drink, they'll get a +2 to the roll.
Which means they're rolling... But I get persuasion points.
Yeah, you always get it, regardless of who drinks.
Got it.
The woman's complexion is deeper than what you're accustomed to. Her onyx skin blends into the shadows beneath a well-worn hat adorned with a skull. She is obviously not from these parts. It's evident she's weathered many a fray. Scars decorate her body and face, creating a harsh juxtaposition of a beauty and violence against her delicate features. You can tell she can handle herself. Her demeanor is an odd combination of caution, suspicion, and confidence. Understandable under these intense circumstances. She takes a gulp of an aqua blue drink in a highball glass and promptly spits it out. Yuck! This is Swiss. I want something good. She hoots bitterly. I'm gonna do the most messed up voice this entire time. Anima is not in the mood for a high tide. If anyone drinks one while this card is in play, you get -1 persuasion point. So you need 3 persuasion points to continue right now. And so just again at the top, so the +1 +2 means if you give her a drink, you're going to get that benefit towards the drink roll, which is going to give you persuasion points if you do the check correctly. The other thing here is her mood. So right now she's neutral. So the mood may come into play with the drink card you have, potentially. So you could drink the drink card yourself.
Yeah.
Or whatever it says, and you can get persuasion points potentially, because you are going to add in your things here. So you get a +2 and +1 also.
+2
on orange, or +2 on blue.
Oh, on the die result.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for that case, I'm going to spend 2. And I am going to use the Mermaid's Kiss. So the Mermaid's Kiss requires a 10 or higher. I get +2 for myself, +2 for there, so it's a 6 or higher.
So it's only +2 here. So if you're drinking, it's your +2 here.
Or
you have to give it to her.
Well, it doesn't really matter who does it.
Yeah. So for her specifically, she literally has the same points as we do, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I'll drink it myself because there's no negative. Yeah, the negative effect doesn't really do anything.
Yep.
All right, so I need 8 or higher.
Nick rolled.
Pay 1. Influence.
Nice. There you go.
Add or subtract 1. So we got an 8. All right. So strong is 4. So we'll just put these down here for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure.
All right. So now Mermaid Kiss is put off to the side. So I've used one of my drinks. And that is a total of 4, which is enough to go to letter B.
All right. Guess we'll just.
You can just keep it because these are going to come off the tables.
Yeah, I was tucking it face up. Underneath so we know we did it. Save space. The woman gives a... B, is that right?
Yeah.
The woman gives a quick glance to either side before engaging you. We can forego the small talk. I know you're not responsible for the sabotage of my ship. Your ship? You ask? Yeah.
One in flames?
The one smoldering in the harbor. It was full of very expensive cargo, she says with a groan. She pulls a petite dagger from her boot. I almost said from her booty. And starts to tap it on the counter of the bar. We have the saboteur among us, she says, shifting uneasily in her seat and looking around again. If Anima drinks a strong or a high tide at this time, gain an additional persuasion point. And so then you can give, I guess, the choices are fine. Because it doesn't tell you anything beyond that. So it's going to cost 2 persuasion points to go to either
so the
place.
last one costs 3, right? So I had to pay 3?
You pay 3, yeah.
Okay.
So here, she'll get +2 for black, +1 for blue. So you're better drinking than the +1. But if she gets so if you specifically give her a drink and it's a high tide or she ends up drinking a strong drink, you get an extra persuasion point.
And if it's strong specific or a high tide, slash. Okay. I will pay 1 to give her the Pukea punch. So the dice roll here is orange.
So you're not going to take into effect there, so you need to straight up roll 7 or higher.
Yep.
13. That does it. All right. So strong.
3,
so you're going to get
4, 5.
4, 5. Yep. If you get a strong drink, you fall ill. So you didn't drink it. So
That's why I got a drink.
Yeah,
of course.
All right. So then, would you like to do that, or you think they're here in the bar? What would you like to say to her?
Why would someone do that?
Why would someone do that? Going right up to C. All right. No, that's fine. Boop. Either someone is determined to sink me and my cargo, or... She pauses, fixing her gaze on you. Bobby, Tim. Those were her gaze.
Okay. Pick Bobby and Tim.
Just first names that come to mind.
Marshall and David.
Or what, you ask? Or perhaps there are other motivations at play. Other reasons, unbeknownst to me, maybe to prevent someone in particular from escaping the cove. What? Me? I'm nobody. Why are you here? She asked directly. You don't answer. Not at liberty to say, huh? Amina laughs to herself and takes the last gulp of her drink before falling into contemplative silence. Amina is not in the mood for a Pukea punch.
Good, it's already gone.
If anyone drinks one while this card is in play, lose 1 persuasion point. Okay, so the top option requires the I saw someone event, which we have, and 4 persuasion points. So
let's do it.
You don't have to drink.
Yep. So we're gonna pay the 4.
Nice.
And we're gonna use letter E.
I saw someone. I realized you were going to grab it at the same time.
No, I gave you letter E.
I know.
Oh.
I was going to put that one in.
I'll just put that one. Oh, how did you do this? Oh, you did it the weird way, but okay.
I did the way it's going to go when it goes back face down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else dove in here right as it... Wow, someone else dove in here right as it...
This dove came out of nowhere!
Was it him? She nods her head to the handsome man who smiled at you both. I can't be certain, you say, though you know it was. Amina appears frustrated. There are 8 of us trapped here. You and I, my friends, Venna, and Cormac, and Garrick behind the bar. I don't know about the man at the end of the bar or the two in the back. She points her daggers towards a table in the shadows behind you. Why don't you feel them out? Better you than I, she suggests. It's crucial we identify the saboteur if we're to get out of here alive. Add Feel It Out to your event inventory after you make a choice below, which is this card. So you can choose to say, I will see what I can do, which takes 5. They both take 5 persuasion points. Or you can say, sounds like you should do it. So will you do it, or do you want to tell her she should do it?
I can't do either, yeah.
So you need 5 persuasion points, and she gives you the same bonuses that...
Yeah, so that says there, as soon as I drink my third drink, the turn's over. Down there on your paper.
Down here, end of turn. After completing 3 turns, start your turn, next turn, have a turn end. When all 3 drinks in your hand are consumed and discarded, or you lack sufficient action points or persuasion points to continue.
So my next turn, would I just start on this card? If I wanted to?
If you wanted to stay there with her, yeah.
Okay. So I spend my last 3 action points here to do Chum Chum. Nice. So Chum Chum, I need a 14 or higher on the black die that Nick's been touching.
Okay. Oh, Nick rolled. Got it. I understand.
If I roll a 20, I gain 7.
Let's go.
And I get no bonuses from anybody. It was almost a 14. It hit the card.
Oh.
All right. So this is now discarded. Yep. Turn, therefore.
So that will. So one of those is gone. This refreshes. You're going to draw 3 more drinks.
Shuffle these in, right? It says.
Yep. Shuffle everything together.
Oops,
so start of your turn. Reset action points. Keep your remaining persuasion points. In the previous turn, return all discarded drink cards and drink deck. Reshuffle and draw another 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So my new 3 here. I have Chum Chum again. I have Mermaid's Kiss again. And I have Fly by Night. Fly by Night, 2 action points instead of 3, but like Chum Chum. 12 or higher, 5 for a strong 2. Oh, I get a 3 for the weak, right? Because you fail, you get the weak.
Oh.
Right?
I think so.
Too many drink scenarios, right?
Probably. Persuasion points. Challenge. Oh, I missed that. Drink challenges gain persuasion points to drinking and offering to other characters. A success in the challenge earns you a strong drink. Persuasion points. A failure gets a weak drink.
Okay, yeah. So boom, 3 there.
Yep. Fill forward.
Yeah. Same thing though. If you get a perfect roll, this time you get 1 extra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. So we're gonna start in the same conversation because we'll get through automatically. So we'll pay 2 to use Fly by Night.
Nice.
Well, actually, no.
Charging blues, you get +2.
Yeah. You get +2 on either side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll do Mermaid's Kiss because there's no negative one here for her.
Nope.
All right. Oh, wrong button. Okay.
Yeah, so the whole time.
No, I pulled it to me when I picked these cards.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry.
All right. So Mermaid's Kiss. I need to roll an 8 or higher on the blue die. Yeah. We'll go like that.
18. There it is.
Okay. So I get 4. And I will pay. Nope. Don't even bother. I'll pay 1.
That's
5. And then. Sounds. I will see what I can do. Sounds. Do I want to do it, or want someone else to do it for me?
Right.
Someone else do it for me. Letter G.
G. All right. So this goes into our inventory here. Letter G. I feel it's better if you do it, being your boat and all. Yeah. You question. Amina appears both amused and annoyed in reaction to your response, then turns away. You're taken aback by her abrupt rudeness, questioning why you should be tasked with her dirty work. Her ship isn't your concern. The people here seem either stubborn, clueless, or simply foolish for lingering behind. You take a moment to disengage and enjoy the latest drink Garrick has served you. Despite his patrons failing to make a lasting impression.
Drunk.
The mixed cocktails are potent wonders. Your certain unnatural charm or witchcraft must play a role, because you shouldn't feel this euphoric. with the
it's
threat
definitely
of cannibals
roofies.
so near.
Uh,
Amina looks calm again. Maybe you can get the conversation back on track. So for 5 persuasion points to continue, you will say, anything else I should know?
okay.
Again, you don't have to. You can
I can move on, yeah.
leave and move on. It's your choice.
So we know, based on her previous thing, we know Cormac's her friend. The other 3 are potentially the saboteur. So 5. I have 2. So if I do this one, this will give me a 5 guaranteed. And then might as well just finish off her deck, because
She has 1 card left. Yeah.
could give me a benefit. So let's do that. So we're going to use Chum Chum here. So I'm spending 3
Nice.
of my 9. So I have 4 remaining for this turn. I'm rolling a black D20. You get a 14 or higher. She gives me no benefit. I get no benefit. 7. All right, the black tie's not working well. But I get 3 for the week. So 3 plus 2 is 5.
Nice. Either way you get it. All right. Anything else I should know? My ship, the not stallion. My ship, the Sultan Squall, was a small vessel. I arrived here with 4 hands on board. They've since fled on another ship. Once rumors began to swirl of the Rookie attacks. You can see the anger flaring up on her face. Cowards! I don't take kindly to deserters. I don't abandon ship, at least not while it's still afloat. Of course, that no longer seems to be the case. Upset, Amina falls silent. Add cowards to your event inventory and discard all other Amina conversation cards. This conversation has ended.
With that cowards.
So +1 physical. Yep, there we go. +1 physical point.
Okay,
Nice.
so another orange little marker over there.
Yep. Boop. Boom. So I get 2/2.
Okay.
So discard all other Amina.
No, Amina.
Oh, just those ones. Okay.
Conversation cards instead.
Right. Okay.
All right. So now we know Cormac's her friend. So I don't really care about talking to
I think
Cormac right now.
Lugo is
Yeah, because I
because he looks less
1,
sketchy.
2. And this card cost me 2 in my hand.
Okay.
So it allowed me to go after Luca.
There we go. Watch, it's gonna be the thing that put you in front of knowing that you would go away.
No, they wouldn't know. Like I would do. Most people would go for that. So that's why I did it.
The man
An average gamer would definitely go for that first.
The man has long hair covering most of his face, a departure from the typical style of Makana. You're certain he must be Hukeya or Ruki. His striking presence exudes confidence, undoubtedly making him a favorite among the ladies. He looks calm, but you can see beads of sweat across his forehead. Although he appears beaming with charisma, he drinks alone. He's either not as popular as you'd expect, or in a situation much like yourself. As you approach the man, a charming smile exposes his enchanting dimples and flawlessly straight white teeth. Your first impulse is to shy away, but he's waiting for you now, expecting your introduction. Do we have struck the stranger event?
We do not.
We do not. So the only option you have is to ask him, why do you look so smug?
Cost me 3.
Cost you 3. Right now he's happy, and he gives you a +3 on physical, a +1 on.
No, that's not gonna help.
Oh, you only have 1. That's right.
What's Uku do, by the way?
Refreshes.
Oh, one of those only.
Mm-hmm.
So this is health, that, and then
Also health.
Okay.
This is 1 health. That's 3 health. That's
one of these. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna spend my last 2 action discs.
it either refresh 1, or if these are full, it'll add 1 to you until the next refresh phase. So you could have 10 if you use it at the beginning of the phase.
I'm gonna use Fly by Night. So I spent my last 2 action. D20 here. Got to roll a 12 or higher for 5. I roll 20.
This black has been terrible.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Almost nailed the 20.
So I can't even.
No,
it has to be without influence.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Natural 20.
So 5 though. So we get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will end this turn. So turn 2 is done. So all 9 of these are refreshed. But the benefit is, I don't need to pay anything to start.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you roll a natural 1, you can't influence it with action tests or
Yeah,
anything else
just
at
that
all.
bad.
It's just like straight up, you suck.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to why do you look so
Uh-huh.
smug? Did you already use your 3 of these?
No, I didn't do anything yet.
I can read it while you prepare.
Oh, yeah, I need to do this first.
Yeah, but I can read it while you do that.
Oh, that's fine. I
Because
was
you
going to
have
read
your
off one of the cards I had, though.
Oh, you read the cards
Yeah.
you have? Gotcha. I'll say.
All right. Mermaid's Kiss again. Pukea Punch again. And Salt and Sea, which is the name of like this expansion, has an asterisk.
Yep.
Salt and Sea is considered an orange, a blue, and a black drink.
Nice.
14 across the board. To get a strong drink, you must succeed in all 3 colors.
Nice.
If you get a strong drink, pool card Salty only occurs once.
So there were 3 drinks from the Salt and Sea expansion added into that deck. So.
All right.
And you can denote which ones they are because there's a little blue shell in the back there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll show you here. 14, 14, 14. So I'd have to roll all 3 dice, get 14 or higher on all 3, and then I get a pool card Salty, wherever that is over there.
Yep. The pull cards. There's High Tide, there's Burning, and there's Salty.
And we're not going to know what it is until we
Nope.
hopefully get it.
So now. All right.
So we paid the 3. All right.
I'm simply enjoying the fact that I'm still alive and about to drink some of the finest rum and Eastern Seas has to offer. He raises a hand to hail the bartender. I need to get out of here right now, you demand. Are all girls from Makana so rude? I'm afraid we're going to be here for a while. The harbor is under attack, and the only remaining ship is now a pile of rubble.
And he laughs through it.
No, I'm just
Oh, he's changing the storyline over here.
Believe me, this is the safest place for us all. He is neutral right now, though. So Luco is not in the mood for a fly-by-night. If anyone drinks one while this card's in play, you lose 2 persuasion points. So don't use fly-by-night.
That was
He benefits from orange and blue, but it's only +1 or +2, so you're better off drinking if you can. So you can say who attacked the ship for 2 persuasion points. You actually don't have to use a drink because you have 2.
I know.
You can also say interesting tattoos you have for 2 persuasion points. And save your drinks and action points, if you so choose.
But I will give him this drink.
All right.
I will give him the Pukea Punch,
Nice.
which is orange, so 6 or higher is the requirement. So if I take a wound if I drink it.
Gotcha. That's why you're having him drink it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But he gets the +1, so hopefully that's a good enough benefit.
It is not.
My God. If I had to pay 1 to do it, to use it. So
Yeah, 5. You pay 2 more.
I either get 2. 2 more is a huge cost.
Yeah, that's a whole other drink.
So I'll take the 2.
So leave the 2 there.
Yep.
So we can continue on. There's your.
Oh,
drink.
yeah. All right.
All
then
right. So then you're gonna be doing who attacked the ship or interesting tattoos you have there.
Let's go interesting tattoos you have there.
So we're
I'm
gonna
not going to
Sure.
accuse him yet.
straight up to F. So screw those guys. No, let's go to whatever. You can tell a lot about a person by their tattoos, where they've been, what they've done. Take, for instance,
Let's use tat.
the 2 dubious gentlemen sitting in the corner over there. Luco nods towards 2 men hunched over a table, whispering to one another. One of them tosses back a tankard of ale. A faded blue dagger adorns his right hand. What about them? You ask. He was a soldier at some point, and not just any soldier. That dagger is a symbol of an assassin. Don't let your guard down around those 2. Even in their advanced years, they can be quick and deadly. And what about yours? I encountered some rookie warriors with similar tattoos. You state accusingly. Rookie warriors? And you live to tell the tale. Unfortunately, mine were given to me against my will. So, 5 persuasion points for either choice. You can say, tell me about the rookie, or when can we leave?
So he definitely.
And he gets a big bump from blue drinks, because he is neutral right now.
He gets a big bump. We get a bump as well.
I like that chapter 2 so far immediately throws you into something very different than what you've done.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a lot of fun. So beforehand, it's like, okay, let's do the exploration, the battling. Chapter 2 is like, you know what? Let's entirely change it up to start. Let's throw you into this bar with all that's going on. You're kind of like on an espionage thing. And I do assume that their mood up here would dictate what response would lead to the most beneficial thing, right? If
Yeah.
he's neutral, like if he's agitated, so he's serious, your response should probably abide by that. Or if they're happy,
Yeah.
happy, yada yada.
All right.
Where we
So
go?
the problem here
You need
is
3.
I need 3. That's easy. But if I use 1, I have to use 1 right now.
Yeah.
I have to do it strategically where I don't use this card. Because as soon as I use this card, the thing's over.
Oh, yeah.
Just based on the rules down there. All right. So
So once you get through whatever turn you're in to use the card, it's like once if you use that card and it tells you to end up discarding that one, then yeah,
well, none of these say discard the card. You discard after you drink it.
you still finish like the turn that you drank on.
Oh, sure. Yeah. If you had the actual. Yeah. But then if it says
Yeah.
you need more persuasion points, you're screwed. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to spend 3. 1, 2, and 3 to do Salt and Sea.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it.
So like if you
I'm
got
gonna do it myself.
if you got persuasion points, you wouldn't be able to use them
Yeah.
because of the last card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So I still have 1 card behind here. So this is the Salt and Sea. So to get a strong drink, you must succeed in all 3 categories.
All right, going for it.
Oh, and I hit a button. That doesn't do anything. Because
Still
Enter doesn't do
recording,
anything.
still streaming, still PTSD.
Enter doesn't do anything.
PTSD. I'm gonna just scoot this back a little further just to be safe here.
All right. So we're gonna use it on our end. So orange we have +2. Blue we have +2.
All right.
Black is
So 12, 12, and 14 you need. But if it's your last turn, too, I mean, you have some actions potentially.
yeah. So we're gonna be strategic about this. Actually, it doesn't matter which order. I'm gonna start black. Because black's gonna be the hardest one to get to.
Why don't you roll all 3 at the same time? It's not going to matter.
No, it won't matter because spending the 5 action points. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's not going to ultimately, like, so if you roll all 3 at the same time, you'll know right away
That's not
whether you need to
fun
spend
for the game.
Well, you know whether you need to spend them or not, because you may not, if you don't spend them, then you have them.
Yeah, I'm rolling at a
All
time.
right. I can't help.
Hey, 17.
I forgot, I can't help.
A
This is all his choice. Screwed.
little bit. 8.
8.
Yeah, not enough. Roll this one just for fun now. I missed the table. 3. Okay.
Wow.
Nicked it. No. Oh, actually, it don't want to matter.
No.
Gotta say if I roll the 1, that wouldn't matter. Okay,
what's
so
the
I get 3. No, 3. That's why.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so I get the 3, spend the 2.
got it. So what would you like to say?
When can we leave?
Ah.
See if that helps push this deck along enough. Exactly. It just gave up on organization.
Yeah. We won't be leaving anytime soon. You need the key to open the giant shell. And Garrick, our ill-tempered bartender, keeps it on a hook behind the bar. Lugo points to a rusted iron hook and plate fastened to the massive bamboo beam. The key is gone. Well, that's curious, he remarks. Why am I talking to you? You obviously can't help me. I'll tell you what. Once Garrick opens the shell, I promise to get you out of Coral Cove. He absently tucks his hair back. And I just imagine being like, I'll get you out of the cove. And you notice his right ear, or what's left of it anyway. The top half has been cleaved away by a jagged weapon or an animal. Add another drink to your event inventory. No. Discard all Lugo's conversation cards. This conversation has ended. This is called another drink. So we get another physical token.
Oh. That's stupidly named.
Yeah. So we get another physical though. We need black. Yeah, no black. The max you can hold is 5, which is why there's only 5.
That's
those.
why.
I know. What is that?
A little gnat or something.
Dude. Cool.
Okay, so
So that is ended. He's out. That's the. I mean, you
you
technically.
can read another story.
You can.
We'll
Just have a
one,
drink.
and we'll read Otis and whatever his other name is, which is the second dude. That's what he called out. So he said these are the assassins.
Did you flip over thing?
I did.
Cool. Nestled in the dim recess of a bar, two figures linger in the shadows. Although intimidating, you walk up to someone you can't see. You feel compelled to do so. No telling what they might know, or if they possibly hatched a plan to evade the rookie. As you draw near, the glow of a striking orange flame reveals a pipe being lit. A portly bearded man is seated comfortably in a shark-skinned chair, puffing contentedly on a lengthy pipe. Rings of smoke waft gently from his lips. Beside him sits another bearded character with a pipe, evidence of a long-gone meal in the form of dry crumbs on either side of his mouth. His furrowed brow boasts a commanding presence. Good evening. Oh, sorry, wrong person. Good evening, gentlemen, you say awkwardly. They're caught off guard by your introduction. Do we have to feel it out? We do. It would cost 5 persuasion points to do. Shame the ship's on fire is what you would say. Or it would cost 5 to say, how do you two end up here?
I don't have enough to get there, and plus it's my last drink. All right, so.
Cool.
So that's it. After the drink, you would just discard it.
It says when all 3 drinks in your hand are consumed and discarded, okay, or the lack of sufficient action points or persuasion points to continue.
Okay, so yes.
So
I would have used, but this only gives me 4, so I can't do it anyway.
I was like, I would imagine if you got 5, you'd be able to do that to see what came next.
Yeah.
But then nothing else from there.
I would assume so. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so after completing 3 turns?
That's it. So after completing 3 turns, you're going to reveal card 98 for the main story deck.
Okay, so.
Discard everything else that's left.
It says all these people?
Yep. So discard all conversation decks, persuasion points, and reset your action points.
Okay, these 2 are in full. And you did it.
It's all good.
And this one is over there. Okay, 98. Well, he figures that out. Drinks on me. Luco smacks his hand upon the bar. Oh, I'm out of space. Well, not Jen. I'm not going to slap the table. And nods to Garrick. He places an emerald bottle on the bar in front of Luco, who plucks the cork and gives it a sniff. I acquired this bottle many years ago and was saving it for a special occasion. However, given our predicament, now's as good a time as any. He pours the green liquid into a handful of glasses and passes them around everyone. Otis, a stout gentleman with a pistol on his hip and a dagger tattoo on his hand, wedges his way in between you and Luco. His hand reaches out and strokes the back of your hair and leans in to whisper to you. Okay. He's pretty. Yeah, first of all, he's pretty.
He is pretty.
He's pretty. I'll give him that. But trust me, love, you're going to want to try this one instead. He offers you a sparkling blue glass with a dagger swizzle and speared olive.
Excuse you.
All right. There's choices here, whatever. Read them. Do I drink from the emerald bottle? Do I accept the drink from Otis, who just gave me the sparkling blue glass? Or do I refuse them both? We're gonna. So we have a green liquid, or a sparkling blue glass with a dagger swizzle and a speared olive. That sounds martini-ish. Let's go with that. 100.
100, but not that one. I feel funny.
There was a point in myself.
To surviving the night, shouts Lugo. You accept the small drink from Otis and take a gulp. There's a sudden crash, and you turn to see Cormac flat on his back, passed out. Vena and Amina are also slumped over the bar, unconscious. A warm sensation envelopes you.
Oh, is Luco
I love that envelope and envelope are the same.
Stupid English.
And your limbs grow heavy. What did you give her? Asked Luco. Just a little concoction of my own to loosen her up. No, the girl's coming with me, Luco says sternly, defiant.
Oh, we're a woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Otis grabs you and hoists you over his shoulder. Let's go, says Oswin as he reveals an iron key. Blam! Otis drops to the floor with a small crater where his head used to be. Luco lowers a pistol and looks at you with pity as your grip on reality fades away. As darkness claims your senses, you catch a glimpse of Osrin quietly slipping through a hidden door. Add Osrin escapes angry with this card to your event inventory, and then you are taken. So we're going to 102.
Fantastic. Did that give us anything? Nope.
Paddle in the rear.
Wow, that's invasive.
My lord. You wake with a pounding headache. To your horror, you find yourself bound and gagged. You can only see soft shapes behind a burlap mask, but you smell sulfur, which means the volcanic island of Pukea isn't far. Luco sits paddling in the rear of an outrigger canoe. Kidnapping really isn't my thing, but times are tough, and the demand for skilled skullduggery isn't what it used to be. The Rookie have a new lieutenant, and he's willing to pay handsomely for you, he remarks. The rope binding your hands is tight but frayed. A sharp object might do the trick. As if reading your mind, Tutupo begins to vibrate, ejecting a barbed dart. Luco stands and walks over to your limp body. Okay, princess, it's time to wake up. Tutupo is the blowgun she has. It was Tutupo's blowgun.
Yeah.
The dart saws through the rope with ease, and in one swift motion, you yank the sack from your head and spring to your feet surprised. Luco staggers off balance, dropping the oar at your feet. You seize the moment. Discard any of the event cards you may have, so feel it out. I saw something and struck with stranger. And then you can choose one of two options. Would you like to bludgeon him with the oar or push him off the boat?
Question: can I smack the shit out of him or just shove him overboard? I mean, if I bludgeon him, then the oar breaks and I can't use it to paddle away. We're gonna push him off the boat.
Okay. Can't stop, won't stop. Luco grabs the side of the canoe to regain his balance, but his efforts are in vain. The emotional roller coaster you're going on. Oh no. Okay. You lunge forward, landing your shoulder into his rib cage. The moment sends him flying backwards into the ocean. I promise to deliver you unharmed, but that's a promise I'm willing to break. He yells as he struggles to climb back in the canoe. Quickly, you grab the oar to bring it down in his arm. Luco yelps and falls back into the water. You start to paddle the canoe away from him as he chokes down seawater, struggling to stay afloat. You can't escape the Rookie! I'll never stop! Luco's voice fades in the distance as you paddle toward the volcanic island of Pukea. You arrive at the shores of Pukea, beach the canoe, and flee up into a jagged landscape of volcanic rocks. Following a series of narrow twists and turns, the path unfolds to reveal a vast hot spring, emanating a pungent odor, reminiscent of rotten eggs. Add Luco overboard, this card, to your event. Then we're going to move on. It says, hope that's the last I see of him. 106.
All right. Might have been a good decision.
Yeah. Well, I probably would have grabbed the oar and
beat the shit out of you, son.
Probably. Brought you to wherever he was going to. Ooh, Sulphur Lake. Eerily flanking either side of the smelly hot springs are two rugged pirates. We have a battle, everybody.
All right.
Okay. So pull the Geyser Tiki from the terrain deck, which I assume is the only one we have. Yep. And place it on space 8. Boom. So terrains, you cannot shoot over typically. We'll read the card in a second, yeah. Randomly place 2 pirate cards on space 12 and 14. Oh, we got one of the expansion ones. Nice. You want to say salt and straw, even though it's salt and sea. Probably because I really want ice cream.
I was like, one is not the thing.
Okay, so 12 and 14, good. Place so this is black disc on space 7 and 9, so we're actually going to use these, which are, instead of the black discs, a little clearer to see. Okay. They're impassable.
Yep.
Obviously. All right. So if you have the event Awesomeness Gives Angry,
We do.
it says pull card 130 and place it on space 13.
Pool, so not.
So everything will go back on top afterwards.
Yeah.
So you're just going to take it out. Yep. That goes on space 13.
Okay.
So boom. Oh, goddamn. Bastard. If you have the event Luco Overboard, pull card 132 and place it on 13. Interesting.
We have both.
We do.
Do we get a pick?
If you have both events, Awesomeness Gives Angry and Luco Overboard, you must choose
Which
one card to pull,
Okay.
130 or 132. So your choice. It says you
We'll get
choose.
to that in a second.
So special. The pirate starting on space 12 will always move counterclockwise.
Okay, so this way.
Okay, so they're going to go around the shells. Got
Yep.
it. The pirate on space 14 will move clockwise. Pirates will always move on a turn if they can and will attack before they move if they are moving out of line of sight.
Okay. Yep.
Make sense? And then everything else is based on the outcome of the fight.
Okay. So we'll read off what these different cards do. So start at spot 8 right here. That is the Geyser Tiki. So the Geyser Tiki says it is impassable. There is no line of sight and no lob.
Yep.
So you can't toss anything over it. You can't shoot through it. You can't walk through it. It requires a mental challenge of 10 or higher at the end of each round. If you succeed, the Geyser Tiki will spray boiling water at any 2 spaces you choose for 1 wound each. It cannot be the same space twice. If you fail, if you roll a 2 through 9 by failing, you suffer a wound. If you roll a nat 1, 3 wounds. At the end of each round, you must roll on the mental challenge above. Anytime a character is hit, you must execute a Tiki crit miss roll. So that means rolling the black die.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't receive any rewards for enemies defeated by the Tiki. So if the Tiki is the final killer of an enemy, you don't get the rewards.
Yep, the rewards would be on the bottom.
Yep. So right here in space 12, we have the pirate Lyra. So they have a movement of 1. They have a symbol here of a 6-2 of how they shoot. So they can shoot in any of the 8 directions around them. And that means if they roll 6 or higher, they succeed. If they roll 2 or lower, they fail. What if they roll in between? Oh, 6 or higher is a crit, right? Oh, yeah, here it is.
It's on the bottom.
Yep. Buckshot. Lyra does 6 wounds to adjacent characters. 2 wounds to non-adjacent.
Okay, there it is. So what's her little symbol
Which one?
for attack? Okay, so she attacks everyone adjacent to her.
Yeah.
So no range. He has range. That's what that is.
No, range of... Oh. But it says 2 wounds to non-adjacent characters. How would she do wounds to non-adjacent if she only attacks adjacent?
Adjacent, I believe, is considered this.
Hey, what's this?
Diagonal is not adjacent.
Ah, okay. Got it.
That's
That
what
makes
it is.
sense. She also has Wild Shot. On round 4 specifically, she can attack from any space. So does that mean we have 4 rounds? Was that on the card and you didn't read it aloud?
Oh, sorry, it's little. Yeah, 4 rounds. It's small right below the picture.
Uh,
I got excited to see who was in there.
Space 14, we have Benedict Cumberbatch. I almost went Arnold. Good on that. Range. So how's this range work?
So it's just long range, short range,
It's this one.
line of sight. Yeah, so it's just line of sight. So it just means he can't lob.
Okay.
It's only just straight
So
ahead.
if he rolls...
And so for range, there's the line of attack, which is any of the 8 directions, diagonal, orthogonal, but he has to have line of sight.
Got it. So not through impassable, or not through... So impassable, yes, but not the Tiki. Because we would have line of sight through impassable
I think so.
for range, I would believe. Because this one specifically says no line of sight, no lob. So big shot. Benedict does 5 wounds to any adjacent, 3 wounds to non-adjacent. Dash. If Benedict receives 2 wounds, In one turn from you, he immediately moves towards you. It overcomes stun. Okay.
And I don't think those actually. I think those do block line of sight because characters block line of sight also.
But this is because characters like literally standing there.
We can't lob over. So like these you can lob over,
Yeah.
but you don't have line of sight through them.
Got it. All right, and then space 13, we have 2 characters here. So we have Luco. They have leap, so they can move over other characters. Health of 5. They have a symbol here that I haven't seen yet.
What's that?
Oh no, they can only attack side to side or north and south.
Yep.
And their 3 is their lane. 3 is their. Oh, that's how far they can go, right? That's not what their success is. Success is down here, 26, 19, 5. So what do these numbers represent? Directly underneath. Letter B. Letter B here.
Yeah. B is, let's see, DB, the attack. So it's the attack type. So the icon indicates the type of attack the enemy can do, and the number below is the amount of wounds. So it's like what you read.
Oh,
5
okay.
and 3.
That's okay. So that's not. I was thinking that was.
No, so range is literally the entire line.
Okay, cool.
It's just the number of wounds based on what it says down here.
So 6 wounds, 2 wounds, can only attack, move 1 space, and can attack 1 away because it's not ranged. If it rolls a 20,
critical.
It's critical, 6 or less than 6. Right?
6 and less.
6 and less. Cool. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, him. If he shoots you in the face, you take 5 wounds.
Yeah.
If he shoots you in a distance, you take 3.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the last decision here in the middle. So I can do Luco, who can only attack next to him orthogonally, but can move 2 spaces and can move over other characters. Or I can choose Oswin, who has 1 less health, does range attack, can move 2 spaces. Each time he is wounded, he inflicts an additional wound the next time because of rage. Also has block. Will block 1 attack targeted at an ally adjacent to him. Otis only. Block is an out of turn trait, and you execute a crit miss. Okay, so we're gonna take Luco.
Yeah, essentially there, if the roll does not result in a miss, the attack is blocked. The target takes no damage. The ability can be used only once per round. So literally, they would have what's his target container?
Yeah. So we're going Luco. So Luco will move any direction.
Yep.
That's most detrimental to me.
So essentially, it's this. So these guys are coming all the way around. This is going all the way around. They cannot lob over here. They could lob over this.
Yeah.
If they had it, they don't have it. None of them do. So, but you do. So you could move.
Yeah.
And lob. And so for battles, you always go first.
And those don't reset, do they?
Did they say they reset the end of the thing?
I don't know.
No, the end of the 98. Then they said everything resets.
Oh, did it?
I'm pretty sure because you're.
Oh, this 98 should be here.
Normally they do not, but I think yours said that they reset at the end of the 98, and you haven't used any since then.
89. All these people. 88. Was it 89? No,
that was 98.
98.
Was
Yeah.
it?
It might be down there in the stack. Might be one of our event things there.
Yeah, 98.
100.
Nope.
Pearl? Pearl's 97.
It's right here, 98.
Oh, I missed it. Okay.
Yeah. Stout, Luca reaches. What were you reading before? That told you to do things. Then you chose. Okay, so the Otis is
Accept a
angry.
drink. Yeah.
So
You are taken.
the one where you leaves angry.
Yeah, that was this one.
There's one that said.
Add this to your.
What's another? What's
you are
another
taken.
drink? Okay. So there's one that said that you refresh everything. What were you reading? Oh no, that was the beginning of the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the very first
never mind.
one.
That's what I remember. Yeah, so no, these do not reset.
Okay, so it's 4
until
left.
your next round.
Good,
So right
so
now,
that's good. That's fine.
yeah. So you have 4.
Yeah.
You have Uku.
I don't need it though.
Yep.
I might.
So if you use it now, it'll give you 5. If you wait until you're full, then you'll have
An extra
10 total to use in that round.
All right.
And he's gonna give you an Uku when you beat him.
Yeah, and then these both give me.
They give you the temporary additional
yes.
one.
All right, so here we go. Battle up. So we have 4 rounds.
And you have to do this every single turn.
Yeah,
End of each
that
round.
doesn't cost me anything.
No, just end of each round.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move 1. That costs me 1.
It's over.
Oh. Yeah. I don't like that setup. That bothers me. I have to keep moving cards and then they're already on top.
Yeah.
Which I guess that could be up here and then those stack, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so I paid 1 to move, so I have 3 left.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the Uku.
Okay.
To pay 4, which is dart shot plus lob.
Nice.
To attack up here. So I roll a crit miss, which
Yep.
is the black die.
Yep. You need, if you get a 20, oh, this person, you're no longer in the pro.
Oh, the normal. Yeah.
So.
Or do we lose the action points?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're no longer in the pro, so I'll change things.
Oh, no. Because it didn't say to get rid of this card. At the end of the pro. If we get rid of her.
It says,
Right.
swap the character card for your current one in Chapter 2, the Sunken Pearl. You may only use this card in the Sunken Pearl.
That card. But this card.
That one gave us action points?
This one gave us the 9 action points.
Oh, cool, okay.
When you have finished, all 3 reveal card 98, which we did. Yeah.
Didn't say get rid of it, though.
Does
Okay,
not say get
so
rid
we sell the 9. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So what the hell was that?
Hey, Eric. Welcome in.
Hello!
Oswin looks like quite a character. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oswin looks like a weirdo. Gonna beat you up with his pipe smoke.
Okay, so you have 9.
Okay. So I spent them all to attack lob. So
Yep.
I roll crit miss. If I roll a 20, I deal 2 damage.
Yep.
If I roll a where's my numbers? A 6
5
through 19.
Yep.
I deal 1 damage. If I roll 5 or less, I hate my life.
All right.
15.
That's fine.
1
1
damage.
Yep. Cool. Okay. That's your turn. So then they're moving. And they go in order of whoever's on the lowest number on the board to the highest number
I'm
on the
gonna do
board.
this differently than how Nick does it. I hate going this way.
Oh, you're going to take them off?
Yeah. 'Cause then when they have none left, they're dead. I hate trying to count up. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect amount. Okay, so that would end my turn. So now it will go here. So they move
first.
1. They can't attack,
Correct.
so nothing happens.
Nice.
Luco would move 2, but can't do that. Can't go over this, so just moves 1 closer to me.
Yep. And the D12 will come in. That's where it comes in. It's for the board.
Oh, the even
50-50 thing. Yep. So if there's ever like an even choice, you'll roll a D12 to see where they go. You'll assign even or odd based on it.
Yeah. And then Benedict will come over here.
All right.
Oh, actually, I forgot I had 18. I had the 3 physical, right? Or no, that was
So
a
what?
black
So
die.
yeah, black die. It wasn't physical.
Wait.
It was black die.
When do I roll an orange die on this?
For skill checks.
Oh, it's
So
only during skill checks.
yeah, so
It's
here-
skill
here's
checks. So it's
never-
not physical attack.
it's not gonna help you. Yeah.
Got it.
It's like this is a mental challenge.
Yes, which I'm going to do right now. All right. So then we do the mental challenge and get rid of 1 round.
You need an 8.
Is it 8 or higher?
7.
I can pay. No, I can't.
Fail. If you roll a 2 to 9, you suffer 1 wound
Yeah, that's not that bad.
from the geyser spray. Cool. If you roll a natural 1, suffer 3 wounds. Okay. Well, I'm not doing this.
All right. So 1 round comes off.
Yep.
We now start the next round. So now.
And so there's a bunch of different outcomes for
This
this.
comes
So
off completely.
you don't necessarily have to beat everybody within the 4 rounds. You have to at least survive at the lowest. If you beat people, though, there's usually a perk to doing so.
Yes.
So there's an option for surviving. There's an option for Oswin survive and Oswin is present. There's an option for survive and Luco was defeated. There's an option for survive and Luco was not defeated. So you're really going to have survive or the Luco was defeated or not defeated
So that's the focus is this person.
to change things up. Yeah. All right. All you again.
Yep.
Got 9 options. You also do, just so you know, you have the eel rib, which can be thrown at a target for 2 action points and inflicts 2 wounds. There's no crit or miss roll.
Ah.
But you have that line of sight to do it, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's what I got in the big eel. I was so proud of that decision in the eel to not cut the sack open. I was like, nope. I've seen Alien. I cut that sack open. This monster's gonna just drip acid blood on me.
Bagel Top Games, welcome in. Thanks for the raid.
Hey, thank you for popping in, guys.
This is Spire's End Rangitaki.
Yes, it is a solo game. So I played the first chapter, which will be up on YouTube. And then so right now, Board is going through the second chapter. I'm just kind of reading the story off to him. And then we are going to continue into chapter 3 on this stream, where we will take turns back and forth making decisions and in the fight, which will be very interesting.
Yeah, like so each round in the fight, we'll each do one round.
Yep.
For decision making, we'll read the story. When you make a decision, we swap over. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah. Tainted Grill.
Might be worse. I don't know. So I'm gonna start off. So we're trying to kill him.
Yep. So neither of us can give any kind of like, no, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you should do that. Kind of pointers or tips, which is very hard. It's very difficult to not do. Interesting.
Yeah, right. All right. What does stun do? Stun means I just can't move the next turn. Right?
That they can't?
Is that
Yeah.
what stun does?
Yeah, they just can't move. Stun. If attack with stun, the target cannot move on their following turn, but they can still attack. But stun only lasts one turn.
Okay.
He's trying to math it out, folks.
All right. We are gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
We are going to do a dart shot, adding in both lob and stun here on Luco.
Interesting. All right.
So that is a roll here. Same thing. I have to roll a 6 or higher. He's gonna be stunned, which is what's that? I guess one of these. Or no, if it's successful.
Yeah.
And then the lob I had to pay for because the impossible object.
Yep.
17.
Okay, so hit him and stunned him.
So we're doing the stun. It hits for 1. I will not use my things to make it a 20.
Yeah.
If it was 18, I would have.
And remember, before your turn ends, when you're in the situation, if you're gonna use dodge, you have to put it on at the end of your turn before they start going.
Oh, yeah,
So
true.
for dodge, if you want to ever, if you get in this, you're not in this situation now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pay 1 more to go here.
Cool.
That will end my turn. So, moves down 1. Does nothing. I am not within range. Cannot move. Stays where he is.
Correctamundo.
Cannot attack either. Moves down 1.
They are
Also, not within shootability.
they're coming at you.
All right, now I have to do this.
Yep.
There's a story. Yes.
Yes.
There is a story. We started out chapter 2 with we were at a bar, and we had 5 different people up here. We walked through, we had conversations with them, doing different things and drinking with them, which gave us some parts of the story.
Yep.
The cool thing is you cannot get through all 5 characters. So you pick one, you start talking to them, use your action points to do different things. And we got through one. I got through one whole character. Got through almost the second one. Actually, no, we got through 2 whole characters.
Yep.
Because we got through 2 whole. Yeah, we got through 2 whole characters. We gave us some cards, which is good. Hopefully, will help us later on. And actually gave us a choice here between bringing Luco or Oswin. And it seems like Luco is a little bit stronger by 1 more health, but less detrimental.
Yeah, Spire's End is great. You have this deck of cards for chapters, and like I played through the first chapter, I went through a fourth of the deck. It's a choose your own adventure style thing. The outcomes also dictate which directions you take. So highly, highly replayable, which is great. This one, because the majority of the chapter 2 was the bar, you do see a good chunk of this deck. Like you said, there's 3 characters we didn't really see any of the cards for while going through this. And so now we are working through this last portion of the chapter 2, which could potentially end right after this battle.
That's
Maybe in chapter 3. We don't know, which is a lot of the fun of Spire's End.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing a mental challenge right now. Blue die. I have to roll a 8 or higher
Yep.
In order to succeed at this mental check. 14.
Okay, got it.
Yep, so it's just a pure success.
So the geyser tiki will spray boiling water at any 2 spaces you choose for 1 wound each.
And I'm going to choose these 2 spaces here. So he takes a wound. This one does nothing.
I mean, it says any 2 spaces you choose. They don't have to be adjacent, it says. Just any of them. So you could do also.
Oh, I thought it assumed... Oh, it's impassable, not blocking. All right. Oh, yeah, he's just shooting water. Okay, yep. So we'll go after her as well.
I know I'm not supposed to help, but...
No, that was clarification. Yeah. I assumed the 8 spaces around it, but it says any space.
So then that's why I double checked to make sure it didn't say adjacent.
All right. So round 2 is complete. 2 rounds to go.
Nice.
So we refresh all 9 of our action points here.
Yep.
All right. And for those of you who just joined, the goal is not necessarily to take everyone out on the board. It's to survive until the end of the number of rounds, which this one was 4. There are additional perks if you do take out certain characters on the board or not. So if Oswin was on the board, there's nothing for defeating Oswin. It just says survive and Oswin is present. So that means don't kill him. If you kill him, he's not present
anymore.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't continue there. Where we have Luco, so there are 2 outcomes. There's one if Luco is defeated and one if he's not defeated and we survive. So we'll end up in one of 2 options here, depending on how board does.
Yeah. And we don't know if we want to kill him or not.
Correct.
But we are.
We do know that Luco kidnapped us to bring us to Pukea for some
somehow came back.
For some overlord. Well, he's just in the ocean. He swam.
But he was like gargling salt water over here and dying, and then somehow, boom, hey, here I am. At full health.
He wasn't necessarily dying. He said he was struggling in the water. We knocked him off the boat.
Knocked his hand with the paddle.
He's bleeding from hitting him in the head with the paddle.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if this math works out. 5, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 9. Fantastic. 9 and 9. It works out perfectly. All right. So 1, 2. I am then going to pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to attack right here with stun. So again, back to rolling our d20 black die. I need to roll a 6 or higher. 15. Boom. So takes 1 damage and takes the stun token. I then pay 1 to move back there. 2 to move back there. Oh, actually, hold on a second. Yes.
He's about to come and get you.
Well, I'm going to get hit either way from him. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his range...
He only moves 1. His range is the entire...
Is it really? It's not just 3? It's not...
No, remember, if he hits you at range, hits you for 3. If he's next to you, he'll hit you for 5. That's that.
No, I know what that means. But for some reason, I thought the last time there was like a range. There was an actual limit to the range.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lyra is going to go. Do nothing. Does my math work now? Oh, no. This is vastly disturbing. I need a perfect roll. That's fine.
I mean, they'll still roll for quick misses, too.
Yeah. No, that I'm not worried about. Okay. So, Lyra is going nowhere. They were stunned. So, sits there. Luco could hop over someone, but he's just going to move this way because he can lob over this but can't hit me. He cannot lob over the geyser. It doesn't have range anyway. So he can't move the second one. There's character in the way. So Benedict is going to move his 1, is going to attack. And why not let Nick roll, I guess, for the enemy?
Oh, you want me to roll for the enemy?
Why
I
not?
don't know, because Nick rolling here is me rolling high.
Well, let's see what happens.
All right.
Here you go. So
Need a 19.
Or no, you know, 5 or less. 5 or less.
6.
Rolls a 6.
Told you.
So we take a 3. All right. Now we do our check here at the end for the geyser.
Yep. Take out there. Nice.
16.
Yep.
So we will hit Luco for 1.
Yep.
And we will hit... Oh, we can't hit the same spot twice.
I mean,
No, I don't get it. The benefit if that happens. Which I guess it doesn't matter. It's just one less enemy to deal with.
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's so hard to not participate.
Right, so Lyra's dead.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Don't say that too loud.
Right, so final round. So reset our 9.
Just trying to see.
All right, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. What are you looking for?
I was just verifying that these, because this says on here specifically this is impassable space, and
Yeah.
this one specifically
That's why I
says
said
no
no line of
LOS.
sight.
So I wonder if you can
Just shoot normally.
shoot normally through them. That's what I was just trying to verify here.
That's not going to change anything because
Yeah, I'm just making.
they couldn't have attacked me because neither of these two had range.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I guess so, because it looks like it'll specify if there's no.
yeah, that's how I read this. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because literally, just like I think it's just a hole in the ground type thing where I can still shoot across.
Because here characters block line of sight.
Yeah, because they're standing in the way, and you have to throw something over them. But this is like literally like a quicksand or something per se.
Yeah. Okay.
So, 1,
Nice.
2, 3. We paid to move.
Nice.
So now we will attack.
Let's get so messy on you.
That's just me.
I know.
So we're gonna pay 3 to attack, and we're gonna roll a black die.
Come on. Yeah.
I didn't even need 2 dice.
Dead.
Boom. So that means I get 1 back.
Yep. Nice.
All right, and then nothing else for that. All right,
Cool.
and I will end my turn. So he moves over 1. I then roll the blue check here. 11, good enough. He takes a hit, which doesn't really matter probably. You never know.
All right. At the end of the last round.
That is the end of the last round. Luco is no longer on the map.
All right. So Survive and Luco was defeated. 109.
7108, come out.
Whispers.
Yeah, also, by the way, Bago Top Games, the cool thing about this is as we do things, like right there, 107 was our top card.
Yep.
Those just go off and to a separate pile. We never see what 107 or 108
We have no idea what these are at all. That's what I was saying in the first chapter. If when we get up on YouTube next week, I think, if you go back and watch that, you'll see I didn't see 3/4 of that deck.
Yeah.
It was insane. So curious to see what chapter 3 brings, and if there's another more of that. Like this one, we saw a lot more purely because of the bar situation. It seemed like.
We didn't even see all those cards. The cards were available.
True, they're just there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've probably seen about a little over half the deck this time.
Yeah.
All right. Whispers. What little life remains in Luco is exiting fast. Not 1, but 2 of your darts are nestled deep in his chest. Another lodged in his groin.
Oh.
If that weren't enough, he has suffered a fall, resulting in a badly broken ankle. Even if he were to survive, he would never walk again. Regret engulfs Luco's final moments as he mutters, I should have taken this job.
If you really want to cause him pain, let him survive.
Right? Someone I knew deep down, it wasn't right. The ancients tried to warn me, but I wouldn't listen. They whisper to me now. A bird in the black. A blend of saliva and blood trickles from his mouth as he chokes before adding, to hell with this. Luco's words abruptly cease. What final words? But it seems like that a bird in the black is called out in italics, FYI. All right, so roll all three challenges.
Italics.
Roll italics.
Italics.
Whatever. Italics.
Just put I-italics.
Roll all 3 challenge dice.
Okay. Is this the 15 thing?
Yeah.
That you never succeeded at once?
I did.
Well, the 10 plus you
I
got.
did
You never
once.
got like
Yeah.
3 15 hires.
I got 115.
Oh, so
All right.
close. Wait, can I spend or no?
For...
This is a 12. Can we spend influence here?
I don't know. I don't know. Don't think so. I think it's only in battle.
But I did it. Oh, I did it in the other things.
In those, I think you might be able to, I guess. But I mean, you can. I mean, it's not worth it. That's it. So if you roll at least 1 or higher, or 1, 10 or higher.
1 or higher. Nick does it somehow.
If you roll, it's the same every time. So if you roll at least 1, 10 or higher, you gain a breadfruit.
Sure.
If you have at least 2 15s or higher, you can gain an uku. If you get 3 15s or higher, you can gain an aberhern, but you can only claim 1 reward. So you can take, if you want to use those, you can get the aberhern, or you can save them and you can decide to get an uku, or you can get a breadfruit.
It doesn't say refresh, right?
Not yet, no.
So we get the uku, which will give us
actually,
an extra.
hold on, you might refresh at the end of the battle. I think it's at the end of encounters you refresh.
Oh, if we do. Oh, well, the encounter's already over then.
Right. So I think you do. You don't refresh at the start. Yeah, you refresh at the end, not the start. So yes, you are refreshed.
I don't want to use them yet.
Right.
That'd be down.
Discard Luco Overboard from the event inventory. Also discard Osrin Escapes Angry if you have it. So both of those. Bye-bye. And it says, we're going on to So Long, Luco, 111. So there we didn't see 110. Ooh.
I'll probably clean this off.
Slow and steady. Yeah.
Oh, let's go down.
You were young at the time, but you can still remember the ash falling from the sky the morning Pukea erupted. Now, 2 decades later, setting foot on Pukea is considered taboo, and the island is still deemed uninhabitable. Yet here you stand. You're a skeptic at heart. Growing up, fear was a cornerstone of your teachings, a series of warnings intended to isolate and protect Makana's naive traditions. Together, you and your siblings learned to dismiss these ideals as the superstitions of fools. Pukea, though dangerous and difficult to traverse, is not what you've been made to believe. It holds beauty and signs of life. Birds have made nests, and the plants are starting to grow in the volcanic rock. The island just needs time to heal. After an hour of slow but steady hiking, the lands begin to level out into dark, fine gravel, and the sun peeks out above the haze. You're certain now that you're headed east.
All right.
So then there's only one option. Says, I'm getting very tired. 113. The two thickies. You continue only to be met by more eroded gray rocks, dunes, and an equally gray sky. Reaching the peak of such dune, you spot 2 massive shapes on the eastern horizon. An hour later, you arrive at a mysterious structures. 2 towering tikis, their mouths agape, or agape, emerging from the gravel as if grasping for breath.
Too much sand.
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker over here.
You would say they look ominous, but you feel drawn to them. Tutupos seems to share the sentiment, stirring and pulling towards them, hovering in the air as you approach. But before you can dwell too much on on what all this signifies, a low hum emanates from the tikis, and a red and black void appear in each of their mouths. A black bird flies into the mouth of the right tiki and vanishes. Do you approach the left or approach the right?
To the right.
To the right. Oh, well. Oh, sorry, 115. What was what the guy said?
Who said what?
He said something about the black bird. Luco on his deathbed.
Blackbird something or something.
Oh.
I'll be in here. Huh? They whisper to me now, a bird in black. That's all it says, a bird in black. In italics.
In italics. In italics. The Sister Seer. You draw a deep breath and step into a swirling void within the right tiki's mouth. The darkness swiftly dissipates, revealing a lush oasis nestled within a small gorge amidst the gray volcanic dunes. In front of you sits an unassuming girl, her legs crossed, as she weaves something out of reeds. She doesn't glance up. She just continues her task. My sister, Mokai, Seer Makana, has foretold of your possible arrival. I am pleased to see you here. Regrettably, she cannot join us herself, as the journey between worlds can be lengthy. Finally, the girl whom you surmise to be Seer Nalani of Pukea raises her head. Her eyes are pitch black, hollow, and devoid of emotion. Oh, like you. You're Seer Nalani? I am.
Okay.
Do we have another drink event?
We do.
Oh, so you can choose, because we have that, what happened to you, or you can choose, why am I here?
What happened to me?
118.
17.
Siblings and snakes.
Hmm.
The girl resumes her work on the basket. Her movements are deft and practiced. My other sibling, Seer Ravenna Ruki, orchestrated my demise and served me as a main course before the raid of your island. She states matter of fact. I sound like moaning Myrtle.
You do you.
She states matter of factly. A shiver runs down your spine, but you listen intently as she continues. Fortunately, I was forewarned of my death and drank a vial of Pupuan snake poison moments before. She pauses, a hint of amusement in her voice as she recalls the events. Most of the royal family perished after consuming my poisoned flesh. However, not all. 2 lived, my sister and her lieutenant. They were able to extract what was left of my dark sight, despite my sister's attempts to bestow this power upon her followers. She's had little success. Only her lieutenant and yourself possess it fully. Now, pass through the next tiki, and I will meet you on the other side of the island. She turns and points directly behind her. Another tiki similar to the one you walked through awaits. Do we have only business?
No.
Nope. Okay, so our only option is you walk into the next tiki. 121.
Alright.
Ah, interesting. So if we would have chose the other tiki to begin with, we would have gone right to this most likely and just skipped all that.
No, this said, look, so we walked into a tiki.
And it said go into the other one now.
No, it said go into the one that appeared.
No, nothing appeared. It said go into the other one.
That's not what it said.
Nothing appeared. It said now go into the other one and I will appear there to blah blah blah.
She turns and points directly behind her. Another tiki similar to the one you walked through waits. I don't know if it's the same tiki.
I think it's the same one.
Because you walked into this tiki. So if you, like, based on this
Or
picture...
gave you right and left. So I think if you didn't go into the right one...
No, because it said if you were in this tiki and you looked out, you're not seeing that tiki.
Maybe.
I think it's a different tiki.
Wade through. You pass to the mouth of the next tiki and find yourself on the east coast of Pukea. Seer Nalani is awaiting, holding her completed reed basket. From here, she begins. You must traverse Rugi Island to Ravenna's temple on the edge of Threadbare Bay, either through the northern or southern route. The southern route is shorter, but is heavily trafficked. Oh no. Human traffic. The north, more remote. Let's say I get there. What then? Then you must escape through the narrow sea. Having a boat. Shrug. I suggest you find one. When you get there. Here, reach into the basket. Gain 1 uku. Nice. Max we can have is
3, 4. 3, that's it.
Still have 9 of these though. So.
Oh.
I don't know what you're doing.
Just got rid of them.
You can walk directly through Ruki. It's shallow. Just look out for crabs. You still have a slew of questions for her, but she's gone. But when you turn back,
yeah,
Seer Nalani is gone.
North or south?
Here I go again. 123.
Oh, uh-huh. That doesn't say north or
Here
south.
I go again on my own. You get an option.
Well, this is crabs, not a snake.
Here you get an option. Yeah. Sandbars. You've heard campfire stories of the sandbars. At low tide, they form a long bridge to Rookie Island. Even when the tide is in, you can still wade across because the water scarcely rises beyond the knee. However, once a month, when the water gets deep enough, the colossal coconut crabs swim in to feed, unseen until it's too late. Presently, the tide laps your knees, showing no sign of receding. Minutes trickle by, and the water steadily climbs, now reaching your waist. Just as the stories forewarned, your progress slows. You're walking.
Oh, I thought it was just you're standing waiting for the water to move.
No. Your progress slows to an arduous crawl, forcing you to swim. You're worried that doing so could attract the attention of the carnivorous crustaceans. You could veer left towards some scant outcroppings of sharp rock and coral, and potentially avoid the coconut crabs, or continue through the open water and take your chances. So, would you like to swim through the coral reef or swim through the open water?
If I go to the coral reef, I'm definitely getting wounded by a rock or something. I'm going to continue down the path.
125. I've got crabs. That's called.
Oh, no.
You decide to risk it. You doubt the stories are true. And
Typical.
swimming will get you to Rookie Island twice as fast.
Such a me decision.
It is entirely your decision. You don't make it far before dark shapes emerge from beneath the water. All right, pull cards 126, 127, and 128.
Okay.
Place 126 on space 12, 27 on 13, and 29 on 14.
We'll read those in a minute to you.
Pull one sea life card and place it on space 9. So shuffle, shuffle, pull. Notes, cards 126, 127, 128 move together as a single card.
Of course. You said space 9? No,
Yep. Space 9. Yep.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
You
All right.
survived. 4 rounds.
4 rounds. So we got to start. Where do I start?
Oh, I think we have to start here.
Oh.
So it says R. Boop, right there.
Okay, so these all travel together. We'll come back to that. So sea life. This is on space 9. This is a sea dragon.
Oh boy.
Health of 5. Attacks every direction of the 8.
Right.
Does not move. Unwavered. It will not move from its current space.
Interesting.
17.5 are its things. High tide. If it is present at the start of round 3, pull high tide. He does give us a breadfruit and a action point.
This is at the round of 3. Okay.
Yeah.
If round 3 comes, we pull
Start of
high
round
tide.
3.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. So 126. Coco, the left claw. Oh, okay. So it's 3. This is all part of a crab. All right.
I suppose it's in the way.
So let's
It has to
show
go
the whole crab.
around you.
Yeah. So we have all of Coco. So the left claw over here
Nice.
is ranged. The left claw stays affixed to the body and moves as 1. If you are adjacent to the claw, you take 3 wounds. If you are non-adjacent, you take 2. So it's attacking range, so it's just shooting, boom, down there.
Throwing crap at you.
Blind spot. It cannot attack right horizontally. So that would be right here. Says it cannot attack right horizontally.
That's diagonally.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So next to it, it
Cannot blind spot. The left claw is removed from play when defeated. It is a health of 5, gives us 3. The right claw, it cannot attack left horizontally. Here, same thing as the right claw, or same thing as the left claw, in terms of everything it does.
Right horizontally would be this way. So it can't go. It can't.
Oh, it can't attack
shoot
the
range.
body.
It can't shoot through itself.
Yeah, it can't go through it. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
The blind spot's its own body.
Yeah.
And then we have Coco, the body. Coco only attacks north, south, east, west.
It's like that is your right, but not.
Yeah.
It's right.
It has a range of 1 normally. It is immune to stun and poison. The claws as well. If a claw is defeated, this can then move up to 2 spaces. If both claws are defeated, Coco is unwavered, which means we gain an Abajune.
This also would not. This one's unwavered.
Yeah. So
move.
it won't move because it can't crawl because there's no
Nice.
claws. At the end of each round, you move one space towards Coco. That's me as that. So it's sucking me towards it.
Nice.
Okay.
Because I'm shiny. I sparkle like the sun.
So it'll move one, but it has to move together.
Yep.
It cannot. These two can attack. Can attack range. He cannot. Okay.
Okay, so that makes sense. So if it moves a claw, it's quicker because it's not as heavy.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
perfect.
that'll do me 3 damage. This will do me 2 or 3, 2 or 3. This would do me 5.
So just because you haven't really had a situation yet for fighting, so for you, your attack is ranged, right? So
yeah,
this is a line of attack and line of sight.
Oh yeah.
Just making sure.
It's like most games. Does that make sense?
So you know. All right. And you have a full 9. You got 2 Uku.
I do. Alright.
It's pretty much the boss battle. We're down to like the last 2 cards here.
Yeah.
Of chapter 2. Coco the crab.
Alright, so cost me 3 to do an attack. 2 for stun. They cannot be stunned, so stun we're not going to worry about. Robbing, I don't really need to do.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just play this smart.
You just want to put your health tokens on them?
We don't have enough, do we? Oh, yeah, we do. And then he has no health. If both claws are defeated, he's unwavered. So I guess, okay. Does it say anything down there to like defeat Coco, or just play it out?
If you survive.
I just have to survive. Okay.
That's all
Because then he wouldn't move, and I just like, okay, cool, I chill.
Yep.
Well, I guess I would still be sucked at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. So where would you get the? What? Oh, if you declaw him, you get the.
Yeah, both claws.
Gosh, that's the benefit. Taking off, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he gives you the thing, the breadfruit. Nice.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna spend 1 to move right there.
Cool.
We are going to spend 3 to attack using Dark Shot. So we roll our.
Every time.
We roll our d20. 13. That's a hit.
Nice.
1 health down. We are going to spend 3 more to do the same attack again. If it is present, it's okay. Present round. Start round 3. 12 takes a hit.
Nice.
And then we're going to spend 2 to put a dodge token on.
Oh, you can just literally do. That's fine. In the book, it says you can just literally put the 2 on there to know that you're dodging.
Oh, I like that better.
Works. All right.
Okay.
Sea Dragon.
So they will go first.
No, Sea Dragon does.
Why? Highest spot.
Lowest number starts.
Oh, because it's counting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just going to attack.
Okay.
Because, right, not moving. Can't move.
Mm-hmm. And you have to roll for dodge still, too, I believe.
I paid for dodge.
Yeah, you have to roll to
crit
see
miss.
if you dodge.
Oh, it's not die. 11. So would hit. And I did not dodge.
Did not. So still take your hit.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Down to 1. And that's gone.
Alright, cool. That was a waste of 2.
Wah, wah, wah. You can get them back.
So now they go.
But yeah.
So
heal
they
yourself.
would then move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they can't attack me.
Alright, interesting. I wonder. Actually, if you're trying to get close to you.
Alright.
Oh, no, they wouldn't move because they can attack. Because he goes first. And he can attack you. So he wouldn't move.
Because he can attack diagonally.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, why'd you put me down to 1?
Because you just took a damage.
Took 3 damage.
Oh, it's 3? Okay.
Yeah. So let's just go put that to 2 and it's back down to 0. That's a 2.
You're literally going to just done that and just tilted this one.
That's fine.
Jesus.
So he's gonna attack diagonally now.
Mm-hmm.
For 2. So
Mhm.
419. Oh, Nick roll again. I'm the one that failed the dodge roll. 7 hits. For 2.
For 2. Oof.
Wait, okay.
Cheater. Got 3 lives left.
Okay, so that now they can't do anything.
Right. So
Because
these guys
enemy.
don't move. So that's why he attacked. Now he'll move because you're at the body, and then he will try to attack.
This says moves as 1.
I mean, they all 3 of them move together.
Interesting. Okay. So now nothing else happens.
Right.
Because he does.
Right.
Yeah, he would attack here. He can't reach me. From that angle. Okay.
Because he would probably try to move into position so this one could attack.
But if they move that way, he'd be here, so can't do it.
Right.
So would he move
or,
there?
I guess,
Or
I
would he
guess
not
they- I
move
guess
at
they-
all? Because this one can still attack next turn.
No, because that one would still have to go. So
That one can't go anywhere to attack.
Because you can move and attack or attack and move. So they're always going to try and move towards you. So they would still move there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, okay, that ends round 1.
Yeah.
Round 1 complete. Okay. So, if I don't kill the sea dragon this turn,
And then you can't move towards. Because at the end of each round, move 1 space toward Coco. So you have to move
it would force me to move.
one of these 2, though. So you have to roll to see where you go.
Ah, true. Okay, so that's where this comes into play. So we'll go odds, evens, odds. Good. Okay. There's no way really to defeat this unless I roll some perfect shit. But if I'm there and he's alive, he's gonna hit me. That's fine. He won't be able to hit me because he doesn't move. He'll then move over here. Can't hit me. He can't hit me either. Okay, so we'll go back here. We'll pay 1. We'll attack for 3. Attacking the sea dragon.
That's a dragon.
11. So that deals 1 damage. We'll attack again. 1, 2, 3. 15 does 1 damage. Good. I did not want to roll a 20. That would have ruined everything.
No.
So I can spend 2 to just gain 2 health. Or I could be Steve. Spend 2 to dodge. Which would be overall an additional health because I wouldn't lose 3.
And I think you only dodge 1 hit.
Yeah, it is just 1.
So they got a critical, so they can do damage.
Oh, that's true. Alright. 2 health it is. Okay. So, Sea Dragon's turn.
It's a dragon.
So, Sea Dragon's gonna roll for a hit. Hey! Yatta!
Missed straight up. Total miss.
Does he just seppuku himself rolling in that one?
No.
I dishonored my family. I'm gonna kill myself.
Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow.
Okay, so based on how the rules are written, this one, correct, would go first. It
Yep.
can't attack.
Correct.
This one would go second. It would move. Maybe. Or not.
It would move to try and get closer.
But it can't.
Right.
It would still be the same distance away, so it'd probably just stay alone. And this one can't attack, nor could attack if it's here.
Hmm.
So I guess it would just stay where it is.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so in that case, that ends round 2. Start of round 3. High tide. So we have to pull this card.
Yep.
Which is crazy. It almost guarantees that you have to pull it, unless you like hit a crit. 5 health.
Yep.
All right. Annoyed by... Oh, sorry. This ended the... So start around 3. These refresh first.
Yep. My eyeball.
All right. Annoyed by your prolonged presence, the ordinarily docile creature rears back its leaf-like appendages, exposing a spiny, elongated tail. You start to back away slowly, but it's too late. It lashes at you with its tail.
Oh no.
Physical challenge.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good. We got 3 on the physical.
All right. So physical challenge 14
Okay.
is the mark. Okay. This suck. If I fail.
You got +3 for physical.
Yeah, and I have all those I can use in theory. Oh. Still a D20.
Still, you've had better odds with the orange.
Is that a 6 or 9?
That's a 6, so you have 9.
I could pay to get to 14. I would pay 5.
Is it beneficial to do so?
A little bit.
Question.
A little bit. A little bit it is. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No?
It's definitely not.
Okay.
I'll take the fail. You are struck by the attack, scraped along your side, and knocked you off your feet. Take 2 wounds. Having established its dominance, the satisfied sea dragon gives one last dismissive look before slinking back into the ocean. So I'm assuming that means it's gone, right?
No, I don't think so. Like, it jumped out and hit you.
Okay, so it's just back where it was.
Yep.
Roll the d12. This will determine your new place on the board.
Oh, good.
9.
Nope.
Can't. If the space is occupied, use the 50-50 rule for placement.
So,
Uh,
either side of it.
or what about where I am right now? Is that not a choice?
No, it's going to
It's
be
just
either
left
side.
and right?
Mm-hmm.
What if, like, you can never go north or south? It's a weird setup. Because, like, if you were here and you have to go here, it'd have to be different.
Well, you're already here, so these are your options.
Interesting. Okay. So odds, evens. So evens. So I move there.
Well,
It's actually not that bad.
no.
This actually might be the best spot to be. Cool. High tide. So if the sea dragon is present, pool card high tide. Done.
Done dealio.
Okay. So now we're fresh.
Survived high tide.
Oh, actually,
Hmm.
I would have been either side, but it doesn't change anything because this would have sucked me towards it. It doesn't change anything though. Changes nothing. Okay. Does my math work the way I want it to work now? All right. 1, 2. So I want to be there. 1, 2. That gives me a health and a thing.
True.
So this should work correctly.
Mm-hmm.
3, 6. That'll leave me with 3. Yeah, this map works. Sweet. We are going to attack. Oh, wait. He can move, then attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? And he gets, if one claw is gone, he gets more speed.
All you gotta do is survive.
Oh, there's an idea. That might work. 1, 3, 4, 5.
Doctor Strange over here. Find his one possibility.
All right, I think we got it.
All right.
Spend 3. We're attacking Coco.
All right.
Or this Coco. No, they're all Coco.
Yeah.
We're attacking the right claw of Coco.
Good for you, Coco.
You go, Glen Coco.
No, you're not. No, flat out miss. Can't change
That's
it.
fine.
Damn.
1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
We are range attacking the right arm, or the left claw of Coco, which cost me 1, 2, and 3. That one we hit, thankfully. My God. Yeah, I think my math worked. Okay. Use both of these to get 2 refreshes. 1 and 1 for a health. Okay.
Alrighty.
So, first up, Sea Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. You can roll this one. Roll the 1. It'd be great. 2 is a miss.
Nice.
We alive. They can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So then pulls me towards it. Oh, so it's a 50-50 roll.
Mm-hmm.
So odds, evens. Odds.
Odd.
Fantastic. Last round.
There we go.
All right, spend 3. Now, if I do it that way, I just have to survive, which is fine.
He got himself killed in this last round. It's been hilarious.
Attack Coco. This Coco, left claw. 18. What's this give me? An Aberdewy hero?
The monkey brain
Oh,
heals
if
you
I-
3. But you have to take out both claws.
So if I attack... So I paid the 3 for this attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need 1. I need a lot more.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So I can take out 1. Easily. Alright, we're going to pay the 2. To make that a 20.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes off 2. We'll attack again. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. 10 is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that works. That works. Okay.
He's using the eel rib.
Eel rib kills him. Right?
Yep.
Can be thrown. Oh, 4 2 action points.
Use action
You
point, yeah.
bastard. I thought it was just use the thing.
Mm-mm.
You bastard. Okay. Well, that's fine then. So I left myself 1 action point.
Mm-hmm.
Go right back there. So
Sea Dragon.
Sea Dragon attacks.
13.
Coco can't do anything. Pulls me towards it. Doesn't matter really where I go. Ends turn.
I hate you so much.
I did that. I was like, I know I have 1
I
left.
hate you so
Unless you somehow rolled a 17 or higher to double tap.
Close. All right, survived 129. Such a dick. Sharp indigestion. You desperately flee towards the Ruki shore. As you reach land, the last hues of the muddy browns and yellows fade from your vision. The dark sight has transformed your eyes into black orbs, leaving you seeing only shades of gray. Your body
That's what I
feels
see all the time.
different, a sensation akin to your throat filling with air, unable to expel it. Involuntarily, you begin to dry heave, and something impossibly large protrudes from your mouth.
That's disturbing.
A long, thin spear drops into the sand.
You just threw up a spear?
You have
Is this a
heaved
carnival?
once more. This time more forcefully. Not one, but 3 spears soar out of your throat.
What is happening?
Some dark magic.
Eat a person, cough up spears.
You're not sure what to make of this horrific event, but you decide to push forward and ignore it for now.
Okay.
Gain full health.
Yeah.
And 1 health die.
He hates the way I play and it works out sometimes, and he hates it more.
I do. I really do. Now die immediately. No, I'm just kidding. Discard the pearl from your event inventory if we have it. The pearl. So
We need to title this, All You Need Is One Health.
I guess. All you need is one.
Get rid of the pearl?
Yep.
Oh, because we're going to get the new one there in your hands.
Add the survived cocoa to the inventory.
That's it?
Yep.
Not read another card?
Oh, duh. Jesus.
Would
Would you like
for
to
the next, that's
take
for
the
the
north
chapter
route?
3.
Okay. So then we want to take the north route or the south route. Still technically your choice. North or south.
South.
All right.
So 134 will be what we read momentarily. When
Yeah.
we start chapter 3.
All right. So that was chapter 2 by the skin of our chinny chin
No, it's plenty
chin.
of time.
Shut. And this is why solo games together are interesting, or co-op games, because we think very
He's
different.
just tweaking out over there.
I'm a bit more conservative. Like, okay, let's prep and make sure we're good. And good. And definitely the gambler. Always the gambler.
This is literally, so, for those who don't know, I just came back from Japan.
Yep.
Literally the day I was leaving to go to the airport here in LA, I timed it, so I arrived at the airport 3 minutes before boarding started.
Ridiculous.
Not even through 3 minutes into the airport. And then got to my gate before boarding started still.
Ridiculous. No, you said you got there as it
Or
started.
as it started. But yeah, I was still on time. That's what,
Still, dude, I'd rather be there. I don't want to. I get there 2 hours early. Get there, get some food, get a drink, sit,
Nah, time for
chill,
that.
and then like play a game, read a book, and then like hop the plane and get going. No
I
stress.
show up to hop on the plane. I'm like,
No,
I'm ready.
I'm good. I'm like no stress. I'm also like I'm the morning person. So like I like to get up and like have the morning routine, do some stuff,
no.
get into the day, and he's the one like, okay, let's roll out of bed at 12 and
Yeah.
get to work.
Literally.
All right. Well, that was chapter 2 of Spire Zen Rangitaki. We are going to jump right into
Leroy Jenkins.
chapter 3. I'm probably going to get something to drink really
Yes.
quick.
Yeah, we're gonna hop
between?
to our pause screen because then we'll
Yep.
just do our normal intro for chapter 3 for YouTube for everybody. And then we'll probably roll dice, see who goes first, and we're gonna do this one where we go back and forth for everything.
Every single card, every decision. That's,
Yeah,
every decision
every
that's
decision.
actually made.
Yeah,
We'll go back and forth, and in battles, it'll be every round.
yeah.
We'll go back and forth. We're going to do it that way. So we're going to do the outro for the YouTube video right now, but stick around because we are going to be coming right back with
Within like
chapter
5
3.
minutes, yeah.
So thank you for joining us here at Bald the Board Games. I'm Bald,
On board.
and we'll see you in a moment.